Hi everyone, welcome back again to another video. I received a lot of compliments on this particular tutorial, the one that you are seeing on your screen now, and I received a lot of comments also. One of the question is, if they want to put a sleeve on this particular dress, how are they going to be doing it? And I decided that I'm going to film another video to give you an idea how to make it when you want to put your sleeve. So that is what this tutorial is all about. If you have not watched the video, please, I will put the link on the description box. Please do well to check it out. These are the things you need to make this particular dress, and this is a bra cup here. If you are working for a bust of 33, 34, you use the next cup size. If you are working for a 34, you use 36 size of bra cup. I have hairstay there. The white one is the hairstay. I'm using the hairstay to hit because I'm using a crepe fabric that is very stretchy, so I'll be using the hairstay to hold it together, and that is our African print. You can use 3 years for this tutorial. So this is the paper that we are going to be drafting on. Here, this is my bra cup. I folded it into two. I want to go and sew the darts on the bra cup, so I folded it into two. On that folded part, I'm going to mark ½ inch from the top of the bra cup. Then you are going to take your tape like this from the top of the bra cup, and you are going to mark down 2 inches. After that, you are going to connect that 2 points. You are going to connect it together like this. So after that, you will take it to your sewing machine and go ahead to go and sew it down. You are going to repeat the same process for the second cup. So this is it here. I already go ahead to do that. If you notice, we have a deeper cup now. We are putting the dart so that our bust can sit inside the cup very well. So from the top of my paper now, I'm going to mark a straight line, and this line will be the starting point. So after I mark a straight line here, this line now will be our starting point. You come to this part I'm touching here, the part that is facing me here. I'm going to mark ½ inch. I'll go in by ½ inch. I'll mark it down for like about 6 inches, ½ inches. After that, you are going to connect it to have a straight line. So this is it here. I'll go ahead to check what I have there. So if I measure it, I have exactly 6 inches. So this is it here. I'm going to cut out the excess on this bra cup. You cut it out to avoid the bulkiness on that part. So you fold it again like this, and you are going to be placing it. This point, make sure that that point is facing the new line that will mark on that part that is facing me. So you can place your bra cup like this. You can place it straight, you can slant it. It depends on what you want, but make sure that the side of the bra cup is touching the first line that will mark. Make sure that it's touching it. Then you are going to take your marker and you are going to mark it round. You mark the bra cup, you mark it round. So this is it here, and this is where the center of the cup, this is it here. This is where it stops. I will just mark a straight line there like this. So here you cannot cut out this part like this. You need to add ½ inch to it. If you cut it out, you will notice that if you want to join the bra cup to this particular point, it will be bigger. So to avoid that, you are going to go up by ½ inch. From the first line, go up by ½ inch, and this is it here. This is for the seam allowance. So this is the under that part that the bra cup is sitting will now be our under bust. You are going to place your shoulder to the under bust exactly under that part. So this is the the under bust now. The shoulder to the under bust is 13. So I'm going to mark from that place. I'm going to mark my shoulder to the waistline. So after that, you are going to check what you have from the first line to where the bra cup stop. I have 5 inches there. I'm going to mark that 5 inches on the other side, because we need to connect it to have a straight line also. Remember, that is our under bust line. So this is it here now. You come to the waistline. You are going to mark the length of your basque effect. I want the basque length to be 5 inches. You can do 6 inches, you can do 4 inches. So I mark 5 inches. From my waist to my basque length is 5 inches, and I connect it to have a straight line. So on this point now, this line now will be the under bust line, and this line here is the waistline, and this is the basque length. So you are going to come to the upper part. That upper part will be the chest line. You are going to mark your round bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for seam allowance. You can use 2 inches. I'll come to the waistline and mark my waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch. The waist is 32 divided by 4 is 8. I had 1 inch to that. So I'm going to connect the 2 points here. I'm going to connect them together. Then I'll connect the seam allowance also. I'll connect it together. I'll come to the basque line. I'm going to connect that basque length like this to the actual measurement, not the seam allowance. So this is it here. I'll come to this point here and I'll come down by ½ inch. This will be for the seam allowance to join the down part to the waist line, and I'm going to connect it like the way I'm doing here. Just watch what I'm doing closely. The next thing is to cut it out. I will not be cutting out the cup side now, because I want to use this pattern to cut out the back. So this is it now. After I have cut it out, I'm going to place it on another pattern. We want to cut out the zipper allowance for the back. The only difference from the front and the back is the zipper allowance. So this part is the center front. So from that center front, that is where you are going to be marking your zipper allowance. So I'm going to mark a straight line on the center part. Mark a straight line. Then from that line, you are going to mark 1 inch. I'm using 1 inch for the zipper allowance. You can mark 2 inches depending on what you want. So I'm going to mark it to the end of that paper. After marking, I'll connect it to have a straight line. And this is it here, and you are going to connect this point here with a straight line. You do the same thing on the upper part. So this is it here. This is the difference from the front and the back. So you are going to cut it out. You cut it out. So this is it here. I'm going to remove the pin on the paper and show you what we have there. Now here is the two front and the back. So this part is the zipper allowance that we added. Now take your front pattern and place your under bust on the under bust line. The under bust is 13, so I place the 13 on that under bust line, and I check whatever I have on this upper part. So I have 8 inches. I'm going to go ahead to go and cut out a piece of fabric for the sleeve that we are going to be using to cover the shoulder. So here I already cut it out. I have 17 inches there. So if I fold it into two here, I have 8.5. And this is for the front and the back. Remember, we have 8.5 for the front and we have 8.5 for the back, like that. So I cut it out into two like that. So if I open it up here, I have 5 inches. I'm still going to be reducing it to 3 inches. So on fold here, I have it in 2.5. I have it folded, I have it in 2.5, but I'm going to reduce it. So here, this is how you are going to be placing it. You are going to be placing that opening part. You place it on the cup, where the cup end. You are going to place it like this. Make sure that the opening part, that open part, is stopping at exactly where the cup end. So from the line now, you are going to come down by 1 inch. We want to mark our armhole. Come down by 1 inch here, and you are going to take your armhole curve. You are going to place it like this. After that, you are going to connect it with a curved line like this. So this is it now. This is the how the armhole is going to be. After that, you connect it to meet the seam allowance, then you cut it out. So this is it here. I place the front and the back together so I can cut out the armhole part. So now let's work on the back. I want the back to be lower than the front. So from the upper part, I'm going to come down by 2 inches. From that zipper part, I'm going to come down by 2 inches. Then I'll connect it to meet the armhole like this in a slanted line. So you are going to cut it out. I want the back to be deeper than the front. That is why. You can leave your own straight. So this is it here. And this is the front now. We are going to cut out the cup side. So this is how you are going to cut it out. Make sure you are cutting on the allowance you added, not the first line. So this is what we have for the two pattern now. So this is the back pattern and this is the front pattern. So this is the back pattern here. I added the zipper allowance because I want to put a zipper, but if you don't want a zip, don't need to put the zipper allowance. If you want to put a loop on the back, you just go in, remove like 1 to 2 inches from your back pattern. Then this is how you are going to be placing your loop on it, or you can put your eyelets, anyone you want. That is how you are going to be doing the back pattern if you don't want to put the zipper, but I will leave it like this because I want to put the zipper. Now let's cut it out on the fabric. Now this is the lining. I'm using bridal satin for the lining, so I fold it into two like this. After folding it into two, you are going to take the front part. Make sure it's on fold when you want to place it. So that center front, you are going to place it on the center or on the folded fabric. So make sure the center front is on the folded part because the front is folded. So I'll come to this point and add half inch to it. I'm using the half inch to join the sleeve to it. Then you are going to cut it out like this. So this is the front pattern now. I'm going to place it on fold again and place the back pattern on it. Make sure you arrange your fabric very well. I'll place it and add the half inch on the back too. After that, I'm going to cut it out. So this is it now. I'm going to cut out the open part. Remember, the back is into two while the front is one piece. So this is what we have here. This is the front here. For the back pattern, I'm going to notch that zipper part. Make sure you notch the place that the zipper part is. So I notch the upper part and the down part. So this is what we have here. This is the two back. And here is the front part. You see that we have one pieces. I'm going to use this lining now. I'm going to use it to cut out the main fabric. So here is it now. So when I cut it out, I went ahead to add interfacing. I had stay to it, and this is the back now. I'm using the African print for the back and the crepe for the front. So this is the two here. So the next thing to do is to work on the cup part. So this is the two cup here. I want to cut out a fabric that we are going to be using to cover the bra cup, and to do that I want to cut it out on the pattern now. So I fold the cup into two like this, and I will take my marker and mark it around. I will mark the cup round. So this is it here. After I mark it round, I'll go ahead to add ½ inch for seam allowance to it round. You are going to add ½ inch seam allowance to all the line. So this is it. I can use my eyes to gauge the ½ inch. That is why I remove the tape, but if you are doing your own, you can use your tape to measure it. So this is it here. I already marked it, so I'm going to cut it out. After cutting out, this is what we have. I'm going to place it on the fabric now. This part is the center, while this part is the side. Make sure you know your side front, your center front, and your side front. So here, this is the fabric now. I've folded the fabric into two. Then I place the pattern on it, and I'm going to trace it out. I'm going to cut it out. So this is it. Then I'll place it on another fabric, unfold and cut it out, because we need to have 4 for the bra cup. We are having 4 pieces for the bra cup, 2 for one and the other 2 for the other one. So this is it here. This is the 4 pieces here. I'm going to go ahead to go and cut it out on the lining. We need lining for it also. So this is the 4th here, and I've go ahead to cut out the lining. Then after cutting it out, I decided to add stay to it also. In my next video, I'll be showing you how to join all these pieces together, because this video is already too long. So thank you for watching. I'm going to see you in the part 2. Bye.